Alrighty, howdy y'all. We got pushed today. I got faded up. I think it looks okay. You know, don't look too bad. Got my hair cut today, so I hope I don't look too terrible. I know it's weird seeing my ears out. They've been kind of covered by my hair. They're a little pale. Oops. But got pushed day today. I had to walk half an hour too. That's why my shirt's sweaty, by the way. Wow, I'm really sweaty. Holy shit. Damn. I had to walk half an hour. It's like 85 degrees right now. I had to walk half an hour to the place and then half an hour back. So that's why I'm a little sweaty. But we got to get the workout shirt on. Going for the good old typical push day. Probably no deadlift. Not feeling like deadlift. Don't really want to do deadlift because fuck deadlift, you know. So just do the norm. Yeah, hopefully the preacher thing is actually open more today because I wasn't really able to use it last time. But like I said, this gym only has one and it's kind of 50-50 if it's open. I'd actually been getting lucky a good amount of times in a row, I guess, now that I think about it. But overall, I think since I've gotten here, the luck has not been too hot. So yeah. Another thing, I was talking about respect in the video before this, and if you're not putting deodorant on before the gym, that's disrespectful. Like, come on, you don't gotta wear your deodorant. Don't be smelling bad for other people. Like, come on now. And no, yes, I always put deodorant on. I don't normally just put it on when I'm recording. I just have to now because I was sweating my ass off, so I wanted to make sure I reapplied. I already had some on, but probably sweated it all off. It's quite a sweaty boy. But yeah, gonna fill up the pre. I don't know if I showed you guys, but back on the rise, back to that 390 milligrams of caffeine instead of that weak shit 250 that I was doing. I don't know. But yeah, Sour Rise, not sponsored, but Rise. So gonna be filling up my pre with that, and yeah, so gonna go get some dinner, and I'll see y'all at the gym. Woo! Alrighty, first workout with the new haircut. Starting off, we got underhand pull downs. I'm using the wrist wraps again. And I think these have been going pretty well. I like how with these, you really want to make sure that you're getting that full extension, but I'd argue that you don't want to go like completely straight. Like if you're getting to like right there in terms of extension, as long as you're really feeling, I suppose, the lat getting fully extended on them and then pulling down. And with these, for myself at least, I think pulling down kind of activates the lat a little more rather than pulling back. I think back is and for these, if you're pulling down, you're activating more of that lat, and then if you're pulling more back while you do it, if that's kind of how you're focusing your pull rather than just down, you're kind of targeting your shoulder a little bit, your rear delts, and then maybe more of your mid or upper back. And while that's okay to be doing, that's not what I'm going for here, because I have this day specifically set out to be lat focused because I do have that other back day, and I really like focusing on my lats. I really want that wide wingspan, the best that I can make it. I do think on the left side I was a little more inconsistent with the depth of the workout compared to the right, which I started with the left for my second set to kind of counteract that, because I think it's just kind of more of a tired aspect. But it doesn't happen like all the time, so I'm not too worried about it. And moving on, moving on to some cable lat pull downs. Now apparently I need to fucking shave my armpit hair. Don't be looking there, there's nothing to see. But besides that, these were pretty good. I believe I upped the weight a little bit from last time in terms of where I was starting at, and I'm really happy with the control of this. I do think that I don't need to, like, sometimes I'm getting like a little too high and it's like pulling my shoulders up. I don't think I need to be getting that like extended with the thing, as long as my lats are fully extended. And of course I wasn't paying attention when the arrow thing just popped up, but I do believe I was starting with more weight than I did last time. And then I wanted to do easy bar curls. The easy bar was not available to me for the curls, so I ended up doing straight bar, starting with 40 kilos. And it went pretty good. Got a little bit difficult towards the end, as you're going to see. Had to use my body a little bit more, which again, I'm not like the biggest fan of, but if I have to for just a rep or two, and it's not like a super big amount, and as long as I'm still, it's more that kind of transition phase from like the middle, so you bring it halfway up, then use a little bit of body to get that full squeeze at the top. I think that's all right. But really just want to also make sure on that the downward motion of the workout that you're controlling it. But as you can see, I got 40 for 7, and then I moved down to 35. Now, the 35 felt really good. As you can see, I got it for 8 for both sets, so I was happy with that. Still going to try 40 next time, whether it's easy bar probably or regular bar, just to see how we're looking. Because if I can do it for 7, I'm sure next time I should hopefully be able to get it for 8. And that way I can, keep increasing the weight. And then thankfully, after I was done with the straight bar, the easy bar, or the preacher curl platform opened up, so I was able to do the single arm bicep curls. Now I wanted to do 14 kilos, but the weights were not there and I was not going to wait for them, so I ended up using 12, and I just really wanted to slow and control the movement and get the depth that I'm always looking for. However, I do think in this first set I could have gotten just slightly more depth, and I did rewatch the clip back while I was in the gym, and on my next 2 sets I was getting just a slightly bit more depth. Like, I don't want to always be going to locking out, but I want to get pretty close, so like I said, I did rewatch it, and if I ever feel like I question my form, or just if I question the set, I'll always go back and look at it. Most of the time that doesn't happen, but of course I want to be as as disciplined as possible, and these went really well. One of the advice I'd give for curls is you want to always act like you're bringing your pinky inwards and up, because then that really squeezes the bicep. Whereas if you'll notice, if you're more flat, it doesn't, your bicep doesn't squeeze as much. I mean, you can just barely see the difference. My biceps aren't that big, so that's probably why. But and then of course I waited a little bit before using the easy bar again, because I wanted to give people the opportunities, and nobody went to or actually no, someone did use the easy bar or the preacher platform, but they were doing what I was doing, so I asked if I could use the bar, and they said yeah. So wanted to make sure I gave people an opportunity to use the platform. And then reverse curls didn't go all that well, as you can see with the weight. It was just okay. It felt heavy today. It really did. It was rough. But moving on, we got wrist curls. Now, like I said, I think it was last time, I think the most recent time I did wrist curls, I'm able to do back up to almost what I was doing before. I still do have mild discomfort in the wrists. It's not 100% healed, unfortunately, and I'm still looking for that when I go on this vacation to New Zealand again, and hopefully I'll be able to fully heal up then. But I was still able to do it without pain, just discomfort. And I know these aren't the most entertaining lifts to film, but it is a part, you still got to show the whole process. It is a part of what I do for my lifts. So I got 20 for all of them, and I don't think I'm going to move up just because, still mild discomfort, and I'm going to wait till I get back from my vacation to really try pushing the weight or moving up a little bit. And then also, I started my posing off with my camera at 0.6. As you can see, I realized it here. It looked a little bit goofy. Today, I felt like posing was pretty good. I didn't feel as toned as normal, I guess. I felt a little pudgy around the waist a little bit. And again, that's okay. I'm still pretty up there in weight for my frame. And that's obviously what cutting's about, just working to cut it off. And I think overall, the posing today was just okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, I think, again, kind of what I need to work on is, biceps. I think, again, biceps are just kind of the muscle group that I really need to work towards. I think I've stated this before in a different video, but when I started lifting, I actually did not like training arms that much. And I know that's weird, but I just didn't like training arms, but that was a mistake. I still trained arms, but probably didn't go as intense as I should have. Made sure not to pull a muscle this time. I don't think it was on a pull day that I did end up pulling a muscle while posing. As you can see here, I'm not that thrilled with how the posing's going. I didn't feel like I looked great from the front. I didn't really look to see how I looked from behind, so hopefully it's all pretty decent. And again, I think it's looking good. I think it's really just going to come down to when I can really trim off those love handles and really get that V taper, the more V shape at the bottom, because it takes away from the lat spread when you're doing it, when you have those, because they're providing another outward scaled portion of your body that kind of takes away from the lat spread, which is widening your body. If that those parts are already wide, and that's not even like muscle or anything. So that's definitely probably the biggest like point that I need to get rid of. Like obviously I know you can't focus fat loss, but that's like the biggest area on my body that I need to get rid of fat on, is like lower stomach and love handles. So hopefully we'll see progress in that disappearing soon. But yeah, that's about all I've got for covering everything. I did try to do some front stuff again because I just wasn't feeling great about it, but it was just all right. And I got cardio for you, and I'll see you back at the apartment. Alrighty, y'all. Howdy. Back at the apartment. Now, I think this will just be the last time I cover it, just to make sure, but I am going on that 11-day vacation, so I'm going to be uploading the videos every other day to kind of make up for the gap in it a little bit. And yeah, so this one will probably be uploaded Friday, and then my chest, back, and shoulders is going to be uploaded Sunday, arms on Tuesday, and then the last push and pull day Thursday, Saturday. So instead of having like 2 weeks off of uploading, it's only going to be a week. I mean, it still is going to be a little bit of time. I might find some like filler to put in there, because technically when I get back, I would be back on time to upload like a video, but like with only 2 days in between. But I still want to have that 1 week kind of grace period in between my videos and when I actually record, or in between when I upload them and actually record them. So might just have to do some filler for a little bit, because I don't want to leave y'all hanging, but I also just want that 1 week period in between uploading and recording. But looking forward to it. We're going back to New Zealand. I won't explain it. I think I've already covered it and I don't want to be repeating myself. But pull day's going pretty good. I think I might need to look at some variation for it. Obviously I've talked about how I think that like the intensity of your workout and constantly intensifying your workout or progressive overload is more important than variety of workouts, but I still think variety of workouts is important. So maybe on the next pull day I'll look towards changing it up a little bit. Like maybe I'll do single arm lat pull downs, like just regular, not underhand, and I don't know. Or maybe I'll do the machine lat pull down. I know there's a machine lat pull down, so I might look at doing, wow, what the hell? I might look at doing that next time, but I do want to include some variation because I know it is a lot of just repeat. That's just kind of what you get with this content. I mean, it's literally just what I do in the gym every week. So I'm still looking at spicing up the content a little bit. That sounds like I'm making it sexual. I'm still looking towards like varietizing the content, I guess, trying to add things that keep it a little interesting, more interesting than just my workouts. But I also really do like the format that I'm at right now. So yeah, maybe just have to include some little tidbits here and there in the videos, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, other than that, as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day.